Hello everyone, this is Lang Elliott of musicofnature.com. On the 22nd of April, year 2018, here in upstate New York, I decided to see how many birds I could record at dawn in my backyard. I was hoping to maybe get a dozen or so species, but to my absolute surprise, I ended up with over 25 birds, plus a frog and a mammal. Unbelievable. I was shocked at the numbers. But anyway, in this little impromptu podcast, I'm going to share with you recordings I made with my parabolic reflector microphone on Sunday morning, April 22nd, year 2018. So let's begin. So I walk out the door, I walk over toward our pond, and imagine my surprise when I hear not only blue jay and song sparrow, but something really special. That is the call of a red fox, probably a female, looking for a mate. Sounds sort of like a white-tailed deer snort, but I don't think it is. Pretty wild, I tell you. Oh, red-winged blackbird. And there's a mourning dove. Let's get closer to that fox. You'll hear that it's not a deer snort. Now that is awesome. A red fox, what do I call that vocalization? It's certainly not a bark. Now it's the break of dawn. The sun hasn't risen yet, but it's close. I see the orange hue in the sky brightening. So I walk over to the pond. There's a cardinal singing, and a mallard is sounding off, a male. I try to get closer to the mallard, and I hear a field sparrow sing in the background, just once. I approach a shrubby patch, and to my utter amazement, there's a migrating fox sparrow singing its musical song. There, I heard the ringing trill of a dark-eyed junco. I'm very excited by this fox sparrow, so I spend a few minutes trying to chase one down, and boy did I get a nice recording. And then, not far away, I home in on a northern cardinal singing, and a black-capped chickadee, Phoebe. There, in a tall tree at the edge of our driveway, an eastern towhee. Drink your tea. top of another tree, I come across several American goldfinches. I love their sweet little calls and lively songs. As if right on cue, I home in on another finch. A house finch. Maybe it's time to head into the forest to see what I can find. An American robin just landed overhead. Wow, he's singing up quite a storm. Moving on to another section of the woods, I come across a woodpecker. A northern flicker. And there's his drum. Woodpeckers galore. Here's another species. A couple of yellow-bellied sapsuckers. This is our only native woodpecker that has an uneven Morse code-like drum. Yet another woodpecker with an even drum. Looks like a Downy Woodpecker to me. Or is that a hairy woodpecker? Dang, I forgot to bring my binoculars. Oh yeah, now I can see it better. It's a Downy for sure. Aha! A white-breasted nuthatch. Well, there's that flicker again. And then another common neighborhood bird. A tufted titmouse. Peter, Peter. Heading back toward the pond, I come across none other than a ruby-crowned kinglet. What a silly-sounding song. Once again, as if my bird walk were orchestrated by the bird gods themselves, a golden-crowned kinglet shows up. Listen for its high-pitched notes. And people in the neighborhood talking and yelling in the background. Can you hear those high-pitched calls? I have trouble hearing them. In a tree next to the pond, the blackbird with the red shoulder patch. A red-winged blackbird. And I think that's a female red-wing nearby. Listen to her sputters. Yet another blackbird lands in the tree and gives a metallic trill. A female cowbird. How fortunate to get really close to a mourning dove. Hey, I hear wind chimes. As my birdwalk comes to a close, I return to the pond. The morning sun is heating the water and spring peepers are calling, and I can hear ravens croaking in the background. This has been quite a morning. All totaled, 26 species of birds, 1 frog, the spring peeper, and 1 mammal, the red fox. Unbelievable for Sunday morning, April 22, year 2018. I hope you enjoyed the bird walk. This is Lang Elliott of musicofnature.com.